Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing NFL week number 3. And so we have all of our rounds today, and our final round being the New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. So let's get into it. The first round of NFL week 3, we have the Miami Dolphins versus the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, here we go. Bengals and Dolphins starting off with a mighty lead in the first funnel. The question is, who is going to come out on top? They're running down, round and around. Who's going down? It's going to be the Bengals who lead. The Dolphins actually very shortly behind. But who's going to make it down? Looks like the Bengals, again, will be taking a very good lead. Let's see what happens. Looks like the Bengals, once again, are going to be taking an even bigger lead against the Miami Dolphins. Going down, but the Bengals do get stuck, meaning the Miami Dolphins are going to have to help them out here. Now the question is, will the Miami Dolphins take the lead at the very last second? No, they won't, giving the Cincinnati Bengals the win. Next up is the LA Rams versus the Atlanta Falcons. All right, here we go. Next round. LA versus Atlanta. And they are both stuck somehow. In the matter of miracles, they're both stuck. All right, we're going to have to save them here. All right, well, I guess we're going to see who wins after the two stuckies just got stuck. Now, who's going to win? It looks like LA is going to take the win. They're going to take the lead. The win's not yet, unless Atlanta can come back somehow. Because right now, they are falling behind. Ooh, Atlanta is catching up a little bit, though. Let's see how this goes down. LA is going to go into the Plinko board, into our last funnel, and get stuck again. Looks like the Rams are known for getting stuck right now. Atlanta also gets stuck, but we're going to help Atlanta this time because they're going to come down and help the Rams. Now, the real question is, are the Atlanta Falcons going to come out with the last-minute win? And they will! Atlanta will take the win against LA. Next up will be the Seattle Seahawks versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, here we go. Next round. Steelers versus Seahawks, and the Steelers get stuck. They're going to need to be saved by the magic finger is what I want to call it. That sounds really messed up, but ignore it. But the Steelers will take the lead against the Seahawks, even after getting stuck. Now let's see. The Steelers get stuck again. I did not need to be saved this time. And they are ultimately stuck in the 180. That's beautiful. Giving the Seahawks a very much head of a lead here. Seahawks coming down into the final funnel. Steelers got stuck again for the third time on the Plinko board, giving the Seahawks the win. Next up will be the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington Commanders. And as I mentioned last video, on week 2, I have my dearest prayers for Jayden Daniels, quarterback of the Commanders, because his arm bent backwards. And again, I would like to send my honest prayers that he gets better, and type in the comments below. Get better, Jalen Hurts, and keep playing football, or I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going to happen to him. All right, let's get started. Here we go. Commanders and Eagles going down into the first funnel. Who's going to go down first? It's going to be the Eagles who lead this time. Commanders are short behind, but it looks like they are trying to catch up. Ooh, and they almost did. They are a lot closer though now compared to earlier in the game. And it looks like the Commanders are coming down sooner. The Commanders are right on the Eagles' tails. Now the question is who's going to win the war here? And it looks like the Commanders just gave the Eagles the little push they needed to give them the win. Next up is the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Detroit Lions. Here we go. Kansas City versus Detroit. Detroit will start off with a very small lead against Kansas City. Looks like we're going to recall like a Week 8 game. And Detroit will be taking the lead. Let's see how this goes down. It looks like the Chiefs will get the lead going down into the divider funnel, while the Lions are taking their sweet time, it looks like. Chiefs will continue to dominate, going down into the half circle, into the Plinko board, into the very last funnel without getting stuck. And the Lions have gotten stuck on the Plinko board. which will give the Chiefs the ultimate win. On to the second row, we have the Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Here we go. Chargers versus the Cardinals, going down into the next funnel. Question is, who is going to take the lead here? It is going to be the Chargers going down into the loop, into our divider funnel, giving them very much of an open hand. The Cardinals have just gotten to our divider funnel, and let's see what happens here. It looks like they are going at a snail's pace now, after they were doing so good last week, though, against the San Francisco 49ers. But now, the Chargers will get stuck, meaning we're needing some Cardinal assistance as they go down into the Plinko board. And let's see, they will rescue the Chargers. Ooh, but it looks like the Cardinals are trying to shove the Chargers out of the way to make it in. And that will not be happening, giving the Chargers the win. All right, next up, I guess you can say we have kind of siblings. We have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Broncos. And if you don't get it, because Cowboys ride horses and Broncos are horses or whatever, let's get into it. All right, here we go. Denver Broncos versus the Dallas Cowboys. Going down into the funnel for the first funnel of the race. And who's going to go down first? It's going to be Denver leading the pack. The horses lead the Cowboys. And they will continue to lead, going down into our decision funnel. Going down into our yellow circular, I don't know what to call it, half circle. Down to the Plinko board. And Denver will go down into the last funnel. Honestly, resulting them... All right, after realizing my audio got cut off at the last part, I meant to say resulting in the win of the Broncos. But anyways, let's move on to the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Houston Texans. Here we go. Jacksonville versus Houston. Going down. Houston looks like they start off with a very crazy lead. And Houston will continue taking that lead down into our second split decision funnel. But Houston decides not to take any of the split deciders and decides to just go in kind of natural, which is interesting. Jacksonville is following up, short behind. Houston through the half wheel, down the Plinko board, into the regular funnel. And it looks like Houston is just going to hand off the win here. Next will be the Indianapolis Colts versus the Raiders. As I said before, Indianapolis Colts versus the Los Vegas Raiders. All right, here we go into the first funnel. Who will be leading the pack? Going down. Oh, and I forgot to say earlier, for the last week, I do apologize. I meant to say our champion, the Cleveland Browns, as an apology. I will say it again, but the Colts will be leading down into the yellow funnel, through the half circle, into the Plinko board, into our final funnel. Raiders are falling behind, and it looks like the Colts are going to come out with the win. Next will be the Chicago Bears versus the Carolina Panthers. Let's see who wins this Predator fight. Here we go. Looks like the Panthers start off with a little bit of a lead, and they both get stuck. Nice. Let's see who wins the battle here. It looks like the Panthers are staying to the outside, and the Bears will take the lead against the Carolina Panthers into the split decision funnel. The Bears will take a little bit of a split decision hit. Going down. Carolina coming shortly down into the yellow funnel as the Bears are just leaving down into the Plinko board where they get stuck, meaning the Panthers are going to have to come to assist. It looks like they got an assist magically. Panthers do get stuck on the Plinko board though, and almost stuck on the funnel, but it doesn't matter anyways because the Bears will go off with the win. Up next is going to be the champions, the Cleveland Browns, versus the Baltimore Ravens. Here we go. Next round in. It looks like the Cleveland Browns will start off with a small speed in the beginning. But who's going to go down first? It is going to be the Cleveland Browns. Going down, followed by the Ravens. And let's see what happens next. Cleveland Browns will continue their steady lead against Baltimore, going down into the final race. The Browns did get stuck, though, meaning the Ravens had to come clean it up. And who's going to take the win? It will be the Cleveland Browns. Next up, the New Orleans Saints versus the Green Bay Packers. Here we go. Going down into the funnel. Who's going to go down first? Is it going to be Green Bay or is it going to be New Orleans? It's going to be the New Orleans Saints going down. Packers coming up a little bit behind. And it looks like New Orleans will use a split decision, but it looks like the Packers have caught up. And they are still in this race against the Saints. But it looks like the Saints are still taking the lead against the Packers. And the Packers are coming up short behind. Did not need assistance, but I thought they did. Will the Packers come out with the win? No, the Saints will come out with the win, just barely. Next up is the San Francisco 49ers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go. Next round, Niners versus the Minnesota Vikings. The Niners are coming out with a lead, but the Vikings are pushing them out. Now the question is, who is going to lead the pack? It's going to be the 49ers going down. The Vikings look like they're wanting to take their sweet time over there. But let's see how that goes down in the end. It looks like the Vikings couldn't hit a split divider, giving them even more of a setback against the 49ers. 49ers will continue through the half circle, down the Plinko board, and we'll get stuck at the blue flat funnel, meaning we're going to have to wait for these Vikings to come down and rescue the 49ers. The Vikings will go down into the half circle, into the Plinko board, and will save also the Niners. Let's see who's going to come down. And it's going to be the 49ers for the win. Okay, next up will be the Tennessee Titans versus the Buffalo Bills. All right, let's get started. Buffalo is showing up very late to the party here and gets stuck. Meaning Tennessee is getting a massive lead against Buffalo right now. Hopefully they've used it well. And it looks like, will Tennessee use the divider? They will use the divider, but Buffalo is coming up very short here. Looks like they're starting to catch up. Let's see, is Tennessee going to keep the lead for much longer? They will keep the lead going down into the Plinko board. Coming down into the last final funnel. Will Tennessee take the win against Buffalo, or is Buffalo about to steal it back? Buffalo is going to come last second to take the win. All right, for the second to last race, it will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New York Giants. Here we go. Who's going down first? It's going to be Tampa Bay, who leads by a small bit here. But who's going to keep going? New York will take the lead going down, and will take a massive lead at that much. Tampa Bay has just gone to the split divider as the New York Giants continue to keep going down into our yellow funnel. Tampa Bay has just walked in. New York is about to leave, though, going down to our half circle, into the Plinko board, into our last funnel. This looks like it's going to be an ultimate win for New York. Will it be, though, or is Tampa Bay about to strike back? And no, they won't. New York will win. And for the last round of today, it is the New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. And here we go, ladies and gents, to our final race of today. And the Jets immediately get stuck, meaning they're going to have to be saved already, versus the Patriots. But who's going to go down first? It's going to be the Patriots leading against the Jets. They are both in the split divider. Who's going to go down? And it looks like the Jets don't take the split divider. Meanwhile, the Patriots do into the 180. The Jets are slowly swooping down. The Patriots do continue to lead, though, on the Plinko board. The Jets are coming down slowly, get stuck again, meaning this is going to be an ultimate result of the Patriots winning the final game. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please like the video. I'm desperate. Comment for the condolences of Jalen Hurts, that's the Eagles, of Jaden Daniels of the Commanders. I want Please subscribe to my channel. I want to get to 200 subs. I'm only at 120 right now. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.